Hello and welcome to Writer Rant, author advice in 5 minutes or less because I have to get back to writing and so do you. So this week I kind of want to talk about something that I've had a little bit of an argument with one of my author friends with, and it's essentially coming down to reviewing and critiquing other authors' works. Uh, I know a lot of times I'll see some stuff on Facebook of, oh hey, if you really like an author, give them some feedback. Give them feedback on Amazon, give them on Goodreads, which you should do. Definitely you readers out there. But as other authors, like I said a couple weeks ago, you really need to be reading. And one of the best things that you can do is you can read other authors' works. Sometimes you can trade works. You can give them one of your manuscripts for one of theirs and then essentially swap reviews. But the idea is that you really need to read a lot of other people's works because, especially in the self-publishing biz, when you're doing it all by yourself, you need as much help as you can get. And if you're in a good community of other authors and other writers, then, there's kind of a karma that goes along with that. If you help out other authors, help them get better, help them refine their craft, help their works, see a wider audience, either through your fan base or just the fact of reviewing it. I mean, algorithms on Amazon essentially say, hey, the more reviews it gets up to a certain point, suddenly it starts appearing in suggested works that other people might buy if they've bought that certain book. And so the idea is that, yes, it's a lot of time spent writing and a lot of time spent editing. And I understand a lot of people, it's not their main job to be a writer. I mean, heck, it's a side hobby for me. I've got a full-time job that I have on the side. But when I get something back from another author and he gives me just thorough notes on, oh, hey, this is what I noticed, this is what I saw, it really helps me out as a writer. And so I try and pass that forward. I try and pay it to the next person. Whether they're better than me as a writer or if they're just starting out, either way, they'll probably want the help just like I want the help. And so I'll do it as much as I can. Clearly, obviously, I'm going to want to do some of my own writing, so I got to cut some time out for that. But every once in a while, you're going to finish something that you just wrote, and you're like, okay, I got to let that sit so that I have time to let it kind of remove itself from my memory so I can come back to it fresh. Well, in that time, take somebody else's manuscript, read through it, mark it up, tell them, hey, this is great, this is a good story, or hey, this needs a little work, or this is garbage, you should, give up. You don't want to do that, but it's definitely something that you should consider because, all the authors are saying, hey, we want reviews from readers. It's like, well, yeah, but how many of those authors are themselves going out and reviewing stuff? Are they going out and saying, hey, I got this book from my author friend here, and I read it, and they don't even have to be great reviews. It can highlight the weaknesses of it, just to show that, hey, if you're interested, sometimes it's not your genre, sometimes it is, but you get a wider reach of kind of your knowledge of what writing is in terms of different genres, different styles, different techniques, and the more people know about it, the better. Because you look at a book that has no reviews on it, are you going to really buy that? So every review helps, even just one. And, maybe it helps them to see, okay, we need to work on it a little more, work on their craft. Because, yeah, sometimes I'll get some books from some authors, they'll say, hey, I want you to read my stuff. And I'm like, hey, I will totally read your stuff. And it wasn't that great. But at the very least, I could codify, I could see and specifically say, okay, here's kind of what's wrong with it. And so going forward, I can say, all right, this didn't work, make it better. So, what about you? Is there anything that really irks you as a reader or writer? Leave a comment below and maybe I'll get to it. This has been Benjamin M. Weilert, and thank you for watching Writer